Well, you can disagree if you want, but if you like being wrong, that's your choice. Hey, what's up everyone? Donaramu here to discuss possible map layouts for Domination or Small Conquest on Discarded. So what we have here in front of us is the full Large Conquest map. And you'll notice that it has a lot of very barren areas that might have a few bits and bobs sprinkled throughout it, but overall there's no real thought process in the layout. At most, this map was designed for breakthrough where they could push through these objectives, push through that, continue pushing through, and so on. But it really seems that there's no thought process put into this map to give it any kind of structure for flow. It doesn't have a good flow. Um, some of the best areas are the A1 area, the D's and C. The B's are basically useless. No one likes them. The E1 is useless. No one likes that. So for any kind of gameplay hope, you either hang out over here at A1 or you hang out over here at the D2 and C1 and all that good stuff, or in the smaller version, the D's. I think there's three D's in the middle, and then there's the E and the A. So recently we got Free for All added. And what Free for All did was give us a little glimpse of hope towards the possibility of smaller game modes. And with that being said, we're going to skip over to it and see what the layout is. Now here, we're over here, and as you can see, I already kind of have it marked out. So I just kind of scribbled on there real quick. So in these areas, this is the A objective, we have lanes. So we have a lane here, a lane here, a lane here, and a lane here, and then, a crossover. So and in between these lanes, there's little ways to get across. So you can kind of cut through and flow with the map to get the different positions to either cover or capture. And while it's not the best layout, it's one of the few that actually could work decently. So I picked A objective in the building for the simple fact that it gives decent cover, you won't get sniped in there, and there's multiple ways to get in. So you can kind of defend it easy, but you can also kind of access it easy too without getting shot from across the map. The reason I picked B for where it is because, well, it's the second best location, obviously. Well, you can disagree if you want, but if you like being wrong, that's your choice. We didn't want to put it up front here because that's too exposed, and we didn't want to put it back here because that's not only too much travel, it's too enclosed. So with it being right here in the middle of it all, and the catwalks being here and different options for coming up and over and all that good stuff, it's the second best possibility for a flowing position. Now C was more difficult. I couldn't really pinpoint where I wanted to put C, and I didn't have a place where I said, yes, that's where C has to go. I more or less have a place where I settled. And what do I mean by that? Uh, I would ideally want C to be somewhere over here in these areas, but it's just so open. They would have to add something else there for it to flow and for there to be decent coverage. And so, unless they are willing to add more containers or something to these areas, I had to settle with putting C right here. And there's a little like double stack trailer right here, that blue spot. And then there's like a little shack here and it's fenced in. So if the whole fenced in area was kind of objective and then similar sizes around the bits and bobs here and bits and bobs in there, that could work pretty decently, in my opinion. Obviously, all this is my opinion, and my opinion's always right. So just work with me here. You can be wrong if you're wrong, but I'll be right if I'm right, and you're wrong, but I'm right. Right, right, wrong. And so that's what we got on that. So that's my personal opinion. Tell me what you think in the comments. And before you tell me what you think in the comments, go ahead and watch me running around on that map and just kind of go over it. So right here is where I picked as the C objective. So this is what I would call the C objective right here. And you kind of have some cover in there. You can kind of hide in this corner, get your feet shot out. But you don't have a lot of real good options. But also, if you go over here, you don't have a lot of good options. Maybe if you went here and made it that whole area, but there needs to be more here. There just isn't enough, and that's a shame. But, you know, it is what it is. So we'll pick this as our C option. People can put up their shields and kind of close themselves off. Now, A, being one of the best options, is A, what are you doing? All right, get out of here, bot. Go away, bot. There we go. Get those guys off my back. So over here, now either right here could be a good capture point, or right here. But overall, we want it to be right in just a small section here. Now we're going to go over here and check the B objective. Fucking scared the shit out of me. I'm working here. Alright, so as you can see, this is a little flaky. But something like right in this area would work for a capture point. Then you got up there, you got right there, and all along there to kind of cover. If you want it, you could put it back here and maybe add a few things where you could kind of cover and defend. But I don't really like this section. I like that one more. But there's variables. And so what I had to do, this is what we got. You know, for something like King of the Hill or style game mode or something like that, you could incorporate the other areas such as that one or that one or just any middle area. Hey, that's all I got for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this. And keep gaming, gamers. Goodbye. Look, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm right. And you might be right, but you're wrong. So I could be right, but I'm right, and you're wrong for thinking you're right, and I'm right because you're wrong. Right? Wrong.